All right, this is game 6 of the month-long fun GB. Uh, I am playing Random Hero. I have currently 3 wins and 2 ties. Let's look at the hands. Looks like they have an 8 in every direction. Do they have any potential weaknesses? Up looks very strong, though only 8s and 6s. I could see 4, 7, 6, 7 being really dominant if I can fill up the bottom rows. Oh, and a 5. To the right, 8, some 5s, a 3, and a 1. Definitely a potential right weakness. To the left, 8s, 5s, and a 3. Down, 8, 7s. Alright, so probably weakest going right. So that seems the way to direct the game if possible. My best corners on the right-hand side of the board are vulnerable to their 8, 3, 5, 8. That's a bit annoying. There's a bit annoying. And I'd like to go on the bottom, as I said, because we can also try to play exploitatively. He is a player that definitely likes capturing. So if we give him stuff he'll want to capture, maybe we can just get a good position out of that. But he doesn't do so reliably. I think it's like, a free exploit or anything. I think we still have to play a game against someone who can be tricky. He did beat Midas in a recent tournament. I really want to go on the right, and I really don't know how to make it work. My hand is very bad down, so I probably want to be going up right. So maybe I just chuck a weak corner there. Because again, he only has these 5. So even if I play like 8, 7, 3, 6 in 3, he only has 1 card that can capture that. And hopefully I'd have ways to set up or attack that, if need be. But he has some annoying combos down the road. I don't think it's at all clear. Do not think it's at all clear. The 6-5-4-8 dominates basically every card in my hand going down. So if I fill up the top, that card can be good, which is sort of why I wanted to fill up the bottom. But that doesn't seem right given the actual hands. In closed, I would probably play 8, 7, 3, 6, and 5, as I have the most combo play off that. I think I am going to play this in 3. A little afraid of 5, 8, 7, 3, and 1. By a little afraid, I mean like a lot afraid. I didn't want to use the 7, 7, 5, 3 early. I really like that card. But maybe that's what I should be looking to do. No. 4, 7, 6, 7 early. Maybe. It gives up so much down though. How do I ever compete going down? Well, I need to go down. They don't have anything too scary there. Yeah, I don't feel I got a clear logic to my move here. I tried to say my hand is much more going up than other directions, so let's make the game up. Let's do something that's a little awkward for them. Of course, totally missed that actually I can't recapture that from 2. Jesus Christ. I'm making moves. Now we'll pretend I saw that, I combo all captures from 6, and we're not even pretending. I did see that, but for some reason I didn't see that I didn't have the recapture from 2. Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing today. So far it's not punished me, but it certainly will. Wow, Sergio got a win versus Stumi. Ah. Don't love it. Random Hero does like to capture. Now, it's certainly not always bad at all to capture, but that does mean I probably should have played something where I have better recaptures. So he's picked up 5873 and used it. This means he is stuck for the rest of the game with a right weakness. If we can punish that, that would be great. So I think the obvious move is 8, 4, 5, 7, and 6. Because I have the combo in 5, and they don't have any way to combo there. And if they block it, they don't capture, and I can start building out in 9. So I think that's the straightforward thing to do. Is it the best thing to do? Probably. But we should actually check if it works. 8736 is a useful card because it covers 6585 in 1. Do I cover... I think the 8358 is likely to come out shortly. But actually, if they play 8358 and 9, I can just combo that as well as comboing in 5. Can they set up such that... Can they play 8? 8 and 4 are the setup moves. 8358 would need a 5 up and 8. They don't have it. 6548 would need an 8 up. They do, but it would use up their 8358, which is pretty important for them. And I'm on last turn, so I can sit on stuff longer. So they probably can't get away with that. What else do they got? 6585 needs a 4 going up. They don't have it. 8175 needs a 1. So this looks pretty safe to me. They could also go 4, but I feel like when I have combos in multiple squares, I have a combo in 9, I have a combo in 5, I can just block 1 there if they go 4. So this feels very promising. And I'm really glad we got all their right power out of their hand. I think that's very beneficial right now. So they could block 5, but they're pretty vulnerable to lots of things if they block 5, and I am likely to have a free safe square with 8, 7, 3, 6, and 9. In fact, not guaranteed. They can play 8, 3, 5, 8, and 5. They can also capture in 9, though many of those captures are comboed. Some aren't, but I do always have 5 as well. It looks promising. I'm not sure it's winning or anything. We'll have to see the next move. But it does look promising. I would guess either 6585 or 8175 and 9 has a good chance to just be a tie. Kind of on the reasoning of I go 5, they stick something in 1 that captures. Maybe they don't have anything good to put in 1, because if they put 6585, I combo it, and they put 6548, they give up their way to combo 8s down, and then I can play 8, 3, 8, 2, and 4. So maybe they just don't quite have enough cards to get it to work. Okay, this was not what I was expecting. So if I play an 8, I basically have 3 cards locked in forever. That's really hard to beat. That's really hard to beat. I don't really think I can turn that down. Right, because I have 9 forever. 6 they can't touch. 3 they can't touch. Yeah, this... I don't think takes too much thought here. The one worry is my 8382 might be dead in the endgame, but actually the 3s kind of guarantees it gets a capture at the end, and it's probably only going to need 1 capture, because I'm almost certainly going to be 5-5 going into my final turn here, I think. because if he goes 5 and captures 8, then it's 5-5. I stick 8-7-3-6 in either 1 or 7. I'm up 6-4. If they capture one thing back, it's 5-5 going into that last turn, and all we need is that one capture. Probably sticking 8-7-3-6 in 1 is presumably the finish. So I think we're going to move to 4 wins and 2 ties here. That is my theory. I think he missed that I combo. It's the move order. 3, 2, 6, 9, 8. But let's see what he does. There's no setup in 4 that makes 5 a big threat, though I'd have a safe card to put in 5 anyway. So, is 1 the best try? Is 7? But I can just block 5. It's not... I don't know if there's a way to complicate this. Not that he should be able to survive, but sometimes there's a way to be at least, like, a little tricky. Like, if you watched the last video, you saw at the end, like, Scythe made a mistake on move 8 when he miscalculated. He thought the combo was 1 further on the move that tied so that I'd win there, and decided to lose 9-1 instead of losing 6-4 for fanciness. But what he thought was a 6-4 loss was a tie. So I got very lucky there. But I did manage to make it look scary, to make it tricky, and that, I think, was worth a lot. It may have upped my win equity from 0% to like 5%. Sometimes that 5% comes good. Here, he should be pretty low on tie equity, and I don't see a way for him to get that, 3% of what if I go blind. So, 8-7-3-6 in 1 is a win. I can also just play 8-3-8-2 safely. That's probably the cleaner way to do it. So let's do it that way. And we're on the board with our 4th win. That's nice. Delhi hasn't really gotten started yet. Akiyama's doing very well. There's some other really good players in here, though Delhi is always the person I am most afraid of. So in these recorded games, I'm just talking this back just to get a sense of where my play's at. I think I've been careless on starters, and my endgame calculation has been a little slow, and I've been a little discombobulated, but that's just some days you're out of it. Otherwise, played okay though. I don't think I've reached any lost positions, which is sort of my main priority when playing in any games. As someone who focuses on tournaments, I think the goal in tournaments is to be unbeatable, because if you're unbeatable, you will eventually win. And so my main aim is not to lose games. And thus I get really frustrated when I lose, even if I've won a bunch of games around then, because the goal's not losing. Aside that, though, I do want to try to apply maximal pressure. And I certainly failed to do so against Akiyama, but I think I did a good job of that against a really tough hand against Scythe. I feel I did an okay job in this game. I think I did a reasonable job for Sachi, though his opener kind of may have given the game away. The Wavy game, I didn't find good pressure. I was definitely on the back foot against Wavy. After a starter I thought should be good. But he had a nice adjacent corner into L setups, and he had that worked out well, and I didn't find a way to pressure on move 5. So I think that game fairly balanced, but he outplayed me and deserved to get kind of the better end of a tie. It's a good game. 1-7-4 is the finish. 6-4. Post that. See if there's a chance I can find another game. I think Sergio was around he's playing DJ right now. Ooh, maybe we can get one versus Addy. Let's see where these games are at. Maybe Affogato would play too. He's also in it. Maybe Villalva. A lot of interesting games happening. We'll hop around for a moment, and maybe we'll get another game. Maybe we won't. But... Alright. They have already played, but are playing again. We'll leave that open for a moment. I really don't love this GB set. I think the lack of plus wall makes late cards, or high level cards, just so powerful. This looks like a win for Scythe pretty straightforwardly. It is so hard to have any kind of combo in 8 here, because with these big level gaps, the gaps in numbers are just so big, and there's no plus wall to let those gaps be kind of given other ways to happen. And so it's just, yeah, it's going to be a 7-3. Alright, DJ Sergio is also the GB. Again, these 9A corners. You can just, like, DJ played a weak starter here. Sergio just takes it with a 9A corner, and if you don't have that covered, you're probably never going to. Here, there might be a threat in 5, but it's just, I find it very tough to play, and not a type of strategy I find all that interesting. This, what's this for? Level 2 Open SPCR. I think this is the weekly open. So that's interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Hopefully we get a game, but that's one I'm curious about. And looks like we got a tie here, which is great because it might mean Addy takes our game. So that's good news for me, is that game ended. Yeah, so DJ tries to set something up. More important to have the threat in 5 than the threat in 3, though. But maybe he thinks Sergio has nothing safe that can be put in 3, and he already has 5. Because this is pretty unlikely to have set up 5. But maybe he already has 5. And is trying to seduce 3. If so, that's a pretty neat move. I really like that move from DJ. Still hopping around a bit. Rare play from Turds. He doesn't usually do this kind of everything near each other. But I guess the game went 5. He started in 5, so he must have not liked his hand, because I don't think that's a usual thing for Turds on these open sets. Villalva went 8, and Turds sort of couldn't touch it. 3-2-1-7 in 9, though? Why not? Maybe you just calculated out and it's not good. But it does get you the safe card in 8. And when Villalva takes it, you can take that too, so you're going to get a card in 6. But maybe you end up with no power at the end. So I'm sure he was right in his move. Took safety. And Villalva doesn't have safety in 9, so this might be the better way to do it. Interesting play. Over here, Sergio sets up combos back. We're still waiting. Just hoping to get in games in a video, so I'm spamming chat with messages. Not too many, but, you know, a few. Of course, anyone doing that will tell you it's not too many, because they'll have defined it as such. But I am doing the defining, and I'm saying I have not sent too many messages. Just clicking around. Curious how this game goes. I'm very curious if DJ does have 5 or not. I kind of am suspicious of Sergio's move because it gives DJ more ways to have 5. But also DJ might run out of cards, and if he does have a card in 5, it's probably not a good card in 3. And holding on to it can be very risky. So at some point, I kind of think DJ bites the bullet and plays 3. But 7 looks pretty appealing here too. Villalva just doesn't feel the need to play near the action. This is a weird move. So Turds has 2, he has 8, I guess. And the card for Turds in 2 is the same as the card for Turds in 9. Curious. Having 8 can be very relevant because you can imagine a line like 6-3-3-3 and 4, and then Villalva takes it with 4-1-7-1, and Turds can't really take back in 2 because Villalva combos back in 6. So, interesting stuff. Addy says he'll play me when he is done losing to Scythe. So we're going to pop open one more window and check that to keep an eye on that. And we'll just keep them all open and watch games for a little and then come back for my game against Addy, who I've not played since the return. So it'll be interesting to see. I think he's been very solid. I think he's been very hard to beat, regularly saved tough positions, and found nice ways to apply pressure. Oh, I wish we hadn't missed so many moves. What happened? So I assume 6-6-2-8 just landed in 5 and comboed everything. And so it looks like DJ did at some point, I guess, with 4-7-3-8 and 4, which I don't think he played. Am I getting the move order wrong? I might be getting the move order wrong. I might have been confused that game on who was to move. Anyways, those big A9 corners can be very strong, but also scary to play around. I don't know. I don't like this set. It's not for me. It can be for you. Oh, actually, no, that's the wrong button. I was thinking, I think I saw an Akiyama game there in Random Hero, so we may as well have that open too. They were playing very quickly. They were both very fast players. Random Hero doing the he captures things. Akiyama has 4 but not 8. It's interesting. And doesn't really a very good play against 2. So Random Hero, just from a very quick scan, has a lot of cards, but they look like they're fairly solidly held. So I'm going to guess Random Hero holds a tie there. Obviously, Akiyama is very good and is the favorite, but I think that looks promising for him. Here, again, we've seen big corner play. Just saying, I don't think you can take this, and if you can't, you're in a lot of trouble. And that's... You know, obviously you do that to some extent in normal sets of closed, but because there's a much higher chance they can take stuff, it is much riskier fundamentally, and that makes it a strategy you have to do more sparingly, right? It can't be the go-to strategy because it is not optimal. It has to be the strategy when other things have gone wrong. All right, so it's 5-5. Akiyama has pretty good down sweepers. 8-6-4-2, not great, but it can cover 8s on one side of the board. And Akiyama doesn't have many captures, right? His only capture, and his only even potential capture is 7-8-7-1 in 1. Which is met by 8-6-4-2 and 4. No, it's not met by that. That's a tie. So maybe there's a tie here. Looks hard to win, though. Oh, he had picked up a card. I didn't realize he had that card. That makes all the sense. Okay, all right. That changes things. Now it looks very promising for him. This looks like a win. All right, just didn't know what the cards were. Great. Good job, Akiyama. Nice win. Saying you don't have more than a 6 facing down and I can combo. I'm skeptical. I would play something, ideally with more than a 6 down in 2, and feel pretty good. Okay, this game's complicated. I am not going to be able to check everything here. Certainly not. So Villalva goes 4, which is kind of the first square to check. It's the most locked in. How does Turds want to play that? I think Turds wants to play in 9. I think he wants to play 3-2-1-7 in 9. And his point is 6-3-3 has the double cap in 6, and it now has a plus in 2. So he's trying to pair 2 and 6 here. And Villalva has nothing safe he can put in 6, so he'll have to go in 2. He has no captures of 7 from 4. So if he goes in 4, I think 3-2-1-7 in 9 is a win. So that's clever. So Villalba's going to have to be very careful here. We'll come back to that. Scythe does play in 2, but not with a 6 down. Very side-to-side hand for Scythe. That's probably really unpleasant to play with the 4-7-2-8 and the 4-8-1-8. Over here, I thought Akiyama had won, and he has. So Akiyama moves up to 5 wins, retakes the lead. So this is tricky. Let's stay on this, because interesting stuff. So if 4 isn't a playable move, it's very hard to play 2. Though 2 could be fine. 2 could be a very good move. Cuts off the combo, and then you block 6. So if you go 2 and Turds goes 4, at the most he takes the card in 5. He doesn't have a combo on it, so he's never flipping 2 there. And you then block 6 with 3-2-3-6, and Turds can only take 1 card on the last turn. And you've recaptured 5, so that looks like a 5-5 tie. So it looks like there's probably a tie in 2, though I haven't calculated it fully. And then you can also go 9 here. 8, of course, can happen, but or 6 can happen, but is the rarest of the options. And I think pretty unlikely. So I think Villalba has ties here, but I think this is a very nice trap. And I would be surprised if Villalba has a win. I guess 9 is safe and locks in 8, so actually maybe 9's really good. So you play 9, probably with 4-1-7-1. That card seems not very useful, but it does have the plus in 2. But 3-2-3-6 has the plus in 6. So do you use 2-3-1-7? No, you do not. So let's say 4-1-7-1 and 9. Where's Turds intending to go? Probably 3-2-1-7 in 4, and that's a tie. So it looks like there are probably a bunch of paths to a tie. But I do like, this is an example of something I failed to do in the other game. Congrats to Scythe. Where gave the most kind of standard square of 4 is a trap. It's a really nice trap. And so you at least make one of the standard plays a trap, and it looks like he's fallen into it. Did I miss something? It's going to be 5-5 after 3-2-1-7 and 9. So Villalba's single capture is going to lose, and Villalba can't go in 6. No, this is... Turds has tricked him. Nicely done. There's no walls. That doesn't change this. So, looks like Turds goes through. And we are playing Addy. Very good player. More known for closed than open, but I think playing well in open as well. And let us check out the directionality of their hand. 8 up, 8 right, 8 left, 8 down. Problem card potential is that 8-8 corner, though that 7-8 corner also potentially a problem. But we don't have that 8-8 corner covered at all. And we would like to. What can we do about that? Don't love my hand. So the first thing I notice is that if I play 3-3-7-8 in 3, their only way of capturing I can combo back. Yeah. And their ways of setting up a capture in 2 do not look very promising for them. Because they don't change what the capture is in 6, so I can just block 2, and they have trouble playing 6, I think. I don't think any of them... They have to set up for that 8 facing out from 9. And none of the moves I'm seeing do that. Just double checking. So I'm thinking 3-3-7-8 and 3. Now, if they go 1, then at least we got some kind of countering safety for ourselves. And actually, 6, 7, 8, 3, and 2 might be really nice there. Yeah, this looks promising. This looks promising. Let's go for it. So I think the most likely reply is 7, 8, 4, 5, and 7, which we can take, but not well. And that might be very annoying. But we can start building out from our safeguard there, I think. And it does mean they can't play 4, 8, 8, 2, and 1 after. So they're probably only going to get one of their really good corners. Just making sure plus wall is on. It is. So I think this move gives a little trickiness. Turds did play 9 and is about to win. So a nice trap by Turds. I think Villalba had ties in 2 and 9, though I'm not 100% sure. But I also think if you make the opponents with 4 moves left, you give them their main square to play in, is a trap. That's a really powerful move, right? It's going to win you games. And so unless there was a forced win, and assuming I'm right that there were ties in 2 and 9, or either of 2 or 9, I think this is a nice way of playing and a really nicely applied pressure. Got any other fun games going on? That's not open. All right, we'll return to our game. Sorry about the hopping around. I do enjoy peeping. I've been accused of being a peeping Tom by Turds. Scythe won with a last turn same wall against Addy. That hurts. This rule set is painful. And I'll be very curious, the people who do really well on it, if people... So a lot of new accounts just have a lot more level 10s than other levels, and that means they get a big advantage on sets like this, because without plus wall, it is very hard for low levels to contend with level 10s, and new accounts tend to collect level 10s, both because they're the shiny thing, but even more importantly, just because most games are level 10, and you want to play with variety and have fun on it. And so you collect level 10s, and also the packs that give level 10s are the same packs that give the best chances at rares. So we do see this move. So I'm not in any sense, I think, blaming people for doing this. It is a natural consequence. Ooh, important note. 8, 2, 6, 4, and 6 is now a threat. I cannot combo that back. So if I'm going to build out from my starter, I was thinking I should do it in 2, but now I think I should do it in 6. He has no ups. He's really low on ups now. And so potentially, actually, if I play like 8, 6, 5, 5 and 2, I still have 6 covered because I can actually just go 5 and combo it there. So there are definitely ways I can keep 6 covered without needing to go 9 in response. So that really draws me to 8, 6, 5, 5, and 2. 2, 7, 6, 6, I plus wall if it takes. Something like 2, 8, 5, 8, I have this very strong double capture in 4. So I think it's really hard for them to go in 1 against that. I think it's very hard for them to go in 1. Yeah. And 8, I probably will have some way to play against, to set up against. Do they have anything for 4? It's hard for them to have 4 because they have so little up. 2, 7, 7, 6 does set up their double 8 card. So 2, 7, 6, 6, 4. I play 1. They play 4, 8, 8, 2 in 5. I presumably tie there, actually, yeah. Huh. So 8, 6, 5, 5, and 2. I think they have a nice move in 4. I think I'm seeing things better this game, though. This is very encouraging, because I do not think I've been seeing things very well. And that's got to change. We got to play better. Really annoyed by that move in 4, though. I think if not for that, this would be a really good spot. So 8, 6, 5, 5, and 2 is my backup move if I don't find anything I like more with the time left. 8, 2, 7, 7 in 6. I have a nice plus if they take from 9. Any capture in 5, I think, sets me up as well as it sets them up. If not more. I do have this nice plus wall recapture in 9 if needed. Do they have a good move for 8? Because that was the problem in the other line. Nothing that looks all that threatening. Kind of like the look of 8277. Got to be more worried about potential pluses just because it overpowers the card in 3. I liked the up-down nature of going in 2, though. And if I go in 6, the game doesn't have the same lean to it. And I really wanted that lean. Because I think they're really poor going up. And I don't want to make the game a side-to-side game. So I am going to go in 2. Primarily because I've spent more time on it. But I also think it's tricky. I think there's a good move in 4, but it's not an obvious move. Though, you know, I think an Addy type player will probably find this move pretty well. So 2, 7, 7, 6, and 4 is the main line. I presumably play 6, 7, 8, 3, and 1. I go up 6, 4. They play 4, 8, 8, 2, and 5. They go up 6, 4. And then I have to be careful not to lose there, actually. Shoot. I actually can't play... Oh, no. This is bad, then. Because I can't play that in 1. I thought this was just a tie there. But after 4, 2, 8, 8, and 5, I can't play in 6 because I have no right power. So they play 8, 2, 6, 4 below it. They go up 6, 4, and I lose. And I don't think I can play in 8 either because the card I'd want to play is 8, 2, 7, 7 to keep 7, 3, 4, 8. But then they just go 9 instead of 6 in response. So I may have blown this. I think 2, 7, 7, 6, and 4 is really strong. And the problem is I can't slide into 1 because the combo hits so many things. So I think I have to play like 6 in response. I think I'm likely to end up going in 6. If he makes that move. Can I block 5? Not really. I mean, that looks pretty terrible. I guess I can block 5 because it sets me up to have 8. So if he goes 6, maybe I can block 5. Maybe I have to... Oh, if he goes 4. But maybe I go 6. Maybe I go 9. I think it's bad, though. I think it's really bad for me. Because, again, 2, 7, 7, 6, 4, 6, 7, 8, 3, 1, 4, 8, 8, 2, 5. He's up 6, 4. Everything in 6 loses for me. 9 loses for me. And 8 sure looks like a loss to me. Yeah. So 4 is really strong. I have to be very careful against 4. I can't tie in 1. If I block 5, what do I block 5 with? Probably 8277, so I have the threat. And that's cute. There's a cute line there. 8277 in 5. They stick whatever in 1. They're up 6-4. I play 7348 in 8. And if they play 8264 in 4, I have the same. That's kind of out of the blue weird. But they can play any other card, and it's not. They can play 8264 in a 9, and I just lose there. So 27764, my nightmare move. What do we do? I think we go 6, 7, 8, 3. No, we don't. I think we go something 6. Something 6. 6, 7, 8, 3, and 9, also vaguely conceivable. But I don't want to use 6, 7, 8, 3 because I actually need a card for 1 there. They can just block 5 if I don't go anywhere. They can block 5 at some point if I've used 6, 7, 8, 3. So I don't want that out of my hand. He's picked it up. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, presumably this is, has a point 2. Sort of transposes to the other line, actually. If I play the combo, he has 4, 2, 8, 8, and 5. But this is not what I was scared of. I feel greatly relieved. So I think the point is, if I play 6, 7, 8, 3, and 4, they have 4, 2, 8, 8 in 5, and this is exactly the same as the line we just looked at. This is exactly the same, except the cards are in switch squares, but the cards left are exactly the same. So I can't do that. I can do 8277 in 4. That's a new option. That makes it 5-5. They play 2858 in 5. I combo them to hell. They play 4288 in 5. I have more cards saved, and I've kept my 6783, which I think is a pretty good card, actually. Yeah. I think I just same in 6 there. And tie. That's okay. We're a-okay with ties right now. If they play 2885, I same it. If they play 8264 in 5, I'm gonna have at least 6, 7, 8, 3, and 6 for a tie, or 7, 3, 4. Ooh, no, that sets up 4, 8, 8, 2. So 8's 2, 7, 7, 4, 8, 2, 6, 4, 5. I guess 7, 3, 4, 8, and 8 is a tie? Yeah. That's not amazing feeling. But I think it's what I gotta do here. Because 6, 7, 8, 3, and 5, the combo's too strong. Can I keep it open? Can I wait a turn? Can I play 8, 2, 7, 7, and 5? Maybe. So it makes it 5-5. If they don't go in 5 themselves, and 4 themselves, I go in 4. And that's just gotta be very good for me. There's no way that's not good for me. If they go in 4, depends what card they do it, but 7, 3, 4, 8 is going to combo back anything taken. So we're going to have a position where I have cards in 2, 3, 5, 8, and 7. And I'm going to lead 6, 4. And they can't play 8, 2, 6, 4 in... So they're going to have a tie with 8, 2, 6, 4, and 9. Just the one tie. But I don't think I can keep them from having that tie. I like the look of this move in 5. I think it's got to be done. I do think they tie pretty easily with, 4, 8, 8, 2, and 4. I combo back in 8, make sure all the rules are on. I combo back in 8, and then they have 8, 2, 6, 4, and 9 as the tie. Don't think they'll miss that, so I'm not sneaky snaking them. But I think it must be done. They could also play 2, 8, 5, 8, loses them an extra card. 8, 2, 6, 4 loses them an extra card. They're kind of forced into 4, 8, 8, 2, and 4. I combo back. They can't play 6 because I have the combo, or overpower, depending which card is left. Or they don't capture anything if they somehow have 4, 8, 8, 2 there, which they can't have in their hand still. But they can play 8, 2, 8, 2, 6, 4, and 9. And that's going to be the tie. Good game. Addy's very tough. Though I think very similar idea, but I do think the 4 version of this move was much stronger for him, and I'm not sure I would have saved that. I did not have it locked in my head. That is how I would do it. Either way, though, I think he played this nicely. I thought I had one pretty covered, that 6, 7, 8, 3 was killer there, but 8, 6, 5, 5 really set him up in 4, or set him up in 5 against cards in 4. So I wish now I had chosen to go in 6. So I like the idea of directing the game upwards. I think this was a really interesting game. Well played. Yeah. High level game. Hope I haven't blown it and just missed something. But I don't think there can be any options in like 9 or anything. I think conceding 4 to me is too great a thing. So I don't think there's many sidelines here. I think it's pretty linear. I guess the hope is he gets really scared of my combo back in 8 and doesn't see he has 9 to tie at the end. I think that's my win condition here. Don't know how else I'd win this game. But tying is fine. Addy's very tough, and not many people are going to get wins against Addy. I'm just, always hoping to snag a win. Unless my hand is horrible. Apologies again for the sound running out at some point in the last video. It does come back at the end if you didn't make it that far. I think I'm on 4 wins and 3 ties if Addy holds this. Ooh, Sergio might be around, so maybe get one more. There's an error where the refresh sends your last message again because it treats it as you like refreshing, and refreshing. When you click here to refresh, it's sort of a different kind of refresh, I think, than this refresh, but I'm not sure. Anyway, sometimes this happens where your initial message gets sent a bazillion times. So hoping that his brain has told him you can't play 4. And that he doesn't find something else good, because there might be good things outside of 4. But I feel he has to go 4. I feel 4, 8, 8, 2, and 4 is the move. Addy is a pretty sharp endgame calculator. Have seen him blow move 6 positions, but not often. But there is a reason to think, it would be pretty easy to think, I go 4, he goes 8, I go 2, that doesn't work, shit, this line doesn't work, and not check 9. So I think this is screw-upable. But the problem is the default move you'd make, like the safe feeling move, even if you think it loses, is still 4, 8, 8, 2, and 4. So even if he doesn't spot the save, hopefully he doesn't time. Huh. Well, so he thinks he was screwed anyway, but he didn't really have the time to consider it. I don't know what to do with this. That's a shame. Alright. Well, he's saying I get the win, but, and I guess I'll take it. Feels bad. Don't know. Maybe I should say there was a tie. I don't know. I really like wins, though. And he did have to find it. I'll say there was a tie there. So I'll check in. I'll ask. Do the good sportsman thing. Alright, I'm gonna check if I was winning there. Alright, we gotta remember what cards were in the hand. I can't check the video yet because my video is not up yet. 8264, 2776, 4882, 7845, and what was his last card? Don't remember. My hand, 6783. I know this is incredibly boring because you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm gonna put in the hands and check. What was my starter? The weird starter. God, I've forgotten already. I just remember the cards that were we're in the game late. So 7, 3, 4, 8. What else did I have at the end? 8, 2, 7, 7. I played the 8, 6, 5, 5, and 2. And my starter in 1 was 3, 3, 7, 8. Okay, and his fifth card was, he played 7, 8, 4, 5, and 7. He played 2, 7, 7, 6, and 1. And he had the 8, 2, 6, 4. Said the fire dude. What card's the fire dude? Probably 8, 2, 6, 4. Not even remembering what direction the last card was. Oh, 2, 8, 5, 8. Alright, okay. Have the hands. We'll look at the game. One moment. Okay, so I started 3, 3, 8, 7. He played 7, 8, 4, 5. I went in 2. He went in 1, which was interesting. I played 8, 2, 7, 7, and 5. And yeah, he needed to find 4, 8, 8, 2 in 4. And yeah, 4 was a tie, 9 was a loss. Also, it looks like in the on move 5, when I went in 5, looks like I should have gone with the same card in 6. That would have been strong. And that 2, 7, 7, 6, and 4, that move I was afraid of, I'd have had to find move an 8 to tie. Ooh, that's rough. So, okay, that would have been very tough. He found a very similar idea, though. I think he played a strong move. And I guess we'll end the video there in distress for all.